welcome back to my channel. You say that every single time.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's tutorial is going to be on this look right here. This is what I would call my everyday wear, natural looking makeup look. So I typically, like I said in my last video, don't really wear makeup Monday through Friday to work, but if I were going to, this would be the look that I do. It's a very simple look. It's all using drugstore products, and it takes probably about 10 minutes to do once you kind of get all the techniques and everything down. I know this still may be a little bit more makeup than most people would wear on a natural day of makeup, but this for me is pretty much the minimal amount of makeup if I'm going to do any at all. I'm one of those people that either does absolutely nothing or I do a pretty fun dramatic look. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. So I'm going to start here with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear Pro Matte Foundation. And I'm using this e.l.f. flat top brush right here to really buff that into the skin. I'm not totally sure that I love this foundation yet. I'm still trying to wear it for a little bit longer and play with it a little bit to see if I really like it. It's a little drying for me, for my skin type, but if you had oily skin, this probably would be a really great foundation. I'd say it's probably a light to medium coverage, at least for me, and I usually prefer a little bit more coverage. But here I'm just buffing it into the face. Nothing special, just trying to make that skin tone a little bit more even, making sure I bring it down the neck a little bit just to make sure it's blended. And here, I don't know why I didn't just put my hair back to begin with, but got it out of the way now. Good to go. So now I'm going in with some concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I actually really like this concealer. I've been using it for a few weeks now. So I'm also going to do this triangle motion here and place this under the eye. I did just do a in-depth highlight and contour video, so I will link that below if you want to know a little bit more about that routine. It talks a little bit more in depth about it so you can get more specifics. Here I'm just using my fingers to blend out that concealer. It's a quick, easy way to blend it all out rather than using a sponge or a brush. The warmth from your hands really helps to blend out the concealer nicely, so it's also a lot easier, a lot quicker, especially if you're doing this in the morning before work. It really helps to quicken up the routine and get you out the door. I did speed this up a bit, but I will say this entire routine probably wouldn't take more than 10 minutes in the morning, for sure. So once I'm finished blending out this concealer with my fingers, I'm going to go ahead back in with that e.l.f. brush that I use on my foundation just to blend it all out even more. Okay, here I'm going to be using the Sonia Kashuk brush. You can get these brushes at Target. They're fairly inexpensive. And I'm going in with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I know you can't really see it anymore, what it looks like, but that is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Now, I do prefer to set my concealer with a powder, but you do not have to actually do this step if you don't want to. It's total preference, so if you're not into doing that, feel free to skip this step. Now I'm going in with the NYC Sunny Bronzer. I talked about this also in my last video. It's a great inexpensive bronzer, and I definitely am not going to be contouring today, but I am going to just be using this bronzer just to warm up my face just a little bit. So here I'm using this Real Techniques brush to go in ahead and do that. Like I said, I am speeding up this video, but even if you're doing this real time, and once you get all the techniques down, this probably shouldn't take you more than 10 minutes to do in the morning. Maybe in the beginning when you're just learning it and just getting it down, it might take a little bit longer, but I truly could do this in 10 minutes and be out the door. Okay, so I found this quad. It's from Rimmel. It has some nice brown neutral colors in it. You can use any one that you want that has a lighter brown color like this and then a lighter color to put over the lid. I'm going to be using these two that I just pointed out here. This is the Brick Lane palette, and they don't have individual names for each of the colors, but that's what the whole quad is called. The brush I'm using is also from Target. I think it's their brand of brushes. It's only a few dollars, and this is really just to use the eyeshadow to blend it in the crease. So here I'm just going back and forth with the windshield wiper motion. I'm not being very precise. I honestly am just brushing this color in the crease just to give it a little bit more dimension. You can see just the difference between the eyes. I'm not going to do too much eyeshadow. This is truly just to deepen up that crease and just give it a little bit more depth. Again, doing that back and forth windshield wiper motion. And just making sure it's blended out so there's no harsh lines. This is a great eyeshadow quad to use, but you can use anything from the drugstore, anything that has a nice light brown transition color and then also a lighter color to put on the lid. Okay, so I'm going in here with this brush. It's from a kit that I got at Walmart, like for $5 maybe. I'll put the prices below. And I'm using this lighter color, champagne color, just to put all over the lid. Just like I said with the transition color, you can really use any other light color for the lid. You don't want to make it too dark or anything, basically because this is what you want this to be a lighter look. So I'm just going from side to side, just patting this product right over the eyelid. Next, I'm going back in with the original blending brush that I used. No additional product. I'm literally just going back over where I put the transition color. And this is just to make sure that the lighter color blends with the darker color. Like I said, no additional product on it, just using the brush from earlier. So next I'm going to be going in with this Milani blush in Luminoso. Guys, this is a fantastic blush. If you can find it at your store, definitely get it. It's always sold out every time I go, but it is awesome. It is such a peachy, beautiful color, and it really does look great on all skin tones. So I'm going to be going back in with that brush from earlier, the Sonia Kashuk brush, just wiping it off a little bit and dabbing it into the blush. I'm just going to be putting this on the apples of my cheeks. Like I said, I absolutely love this color, and I think it looks great on all skin tones. I highly recommend it. Moving on to mascara, this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Fiber Lash Mascara in Black is Black. Make sure that when you're getting this, you get the right one, because there's one with the same packaging and it is actually waterproof. And a girlfriend of mine had told me about it and I tried it and I absolutely hated it. And then I realized it wasn't the one that she had recommended. So definitely make sure you're getting the right one. But this is a great, great mascara. I actually really, really like it. For you. If you watch my other videos, you know that I absolutely love the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, but this one is definitely coming into a close second so far. So this is just one coat on both the lashes. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the bottom lashes as well. The one thing I really love about this mascara is it gives you a lot of length and a lot of volume, so I'm really digging it lately. Let me know if you've tried it out in the comment section below, because I'm so interested if other people like it as much as I do. Next for the lips, I'm going in with this Kardashian line. It's called the Joystick Lip Lacquer, and it is in the color Sea Coral. Such a good singer. So I'm just putting this all over my lips. I absolutely love this color. It's a nice coral color, good for spring. This is the Essence Stay With Me Long Lasting Lip Gloss. I really like this as well. So this is the final look. I hope that you like it. I hope it's natural enough for you for the day, and I think it's overall pretty easy, so hope you liked it.
So this would be a very natural, everyday look, you know, very simple on the eyes, just a little bit of color on the face, a little bit of color on the lips. But if you wanted to say go out after work and you didn't want to have to go home, you didn't want to take off all your makeup and start over, what I'm going to do next is just show you how you can transition this from this daytime look to a little bit of an evening look. So if you want to see how I get this look, keep watching.
Alright, so let's turn this into an evening look. So I just went in with the darkest color from that small palette. You can use any dark color, and I'm really just concentrating this on the outer V of the eye and just really packing it on just to make that transition a little bit darker than it was to begin with. So, and again, I'm just deepening up that crease more and more. I'm still going to be using that windshield wiper motion and just really focusing on that crease area and really right into the outer V of the eye. Just doing the same for both eyes here. Now I'm just taking that darker color and just putting it a little bit on the lower lash line, not too much. Normally with a shade like this, I would really smoke out that lower lash line, but today we just want to keep it a little bit more natural and not be too dramatic for the evening time. Next, I'm going in with this eyeliner, liquid eyeliner from e.l.f. This is a great applicator tip. I really think it does a great job with giving that precise line for this winged look that we're going to do. I did speed this up quite a bit just because I'm going to be doing another tutorial specifically on winged liner. So I'm just going to do one eye here today and just show you how that gets done. I think this is the biggest part to making this into an evening look, so I absolutely love adding a winged liner. And look at now I have 2 wing liners. The power of editing. So next I'm just going back in with the NYC bronzer, and I'm just adding a little bit more product than I already put on there before. Not too much, I just wanted to darken it up a little bit just because it's going to be an evening time. I want it to be a little bit darker. Next I'm going with this Wet n Wild blush in Mellow Wine. Oopsie. This is a great blush. These blushes are so pigmented, and I'm going back in just to brighten up the face and that color a little bit. So I'm not putting any more of the Milani Luminoso back on. I'm just putting this brighter pinkish color just to give a little bit more pop to the cheeks. So I'm taking off whatever lipstick I had on prior to this just because I'm going to be putting a little bit brighter of a color on. I am going back in with that Kardashian Joystick in the Sea Coral, but I'm going to be using a different gloss over it. So this is the Coral Reef from Revlon. It is so gorgeous, you guys. I absolutely love this color. I think it's going to be one of my favorite colors for this upcoming spring and summer, and I'm absolutely loving it, especially with this combination with the Kardashian Joystick. I think it looks so pretty. Oops, gross. I don't know. But anyways, great lip gloss. Highly recommend it. Okay, so this is the final evening look. I mean, you could go a little bit more dramatic, but this is kind of where I wanted to stop today. So I hope that you like this look, and here it is.